The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time and all the time. God is good. All right, y'all, let's get into some praise right here. Here's God Has Smiled on Me by Jessica Reedy. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, he's been good to me. God Has Smiled on Me. That's by Jessica Reedy. I hope y'all enjoy that. All right, y'all. Here's Rodney Bryant. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Oh, man, for your goodness and your mercy. That's Rodney Bryant, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Love that song right there. All right, 10 minutes after the hour. I got your front page coming up next, man. God is so good, man. He's so wonderful. He's so merciful. Allowed us to see another day this morning. Might not be where we want to be, but thank God we're not where we used to be. All right, y'all, here's the First Church of Deliverance, Chicago. Let's go. Oh, yes, sir, this morning. Yes, sir, this morning. He's been good to me, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the First Church of Deliverance in Chicago. Oh, man, one of my favorite gospel songs of all time. I grew up on that song, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the praise break, man, and we just want to honor God this morning like we always do each and every morning. Got your front page right here.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 minutes after the hour, y'all. Front page news is being brought to you by...
Brought to you by Metamucil. If you're feeling sluggish and weighed down, go to Metamucil.com to sign up for the Metamucil 2-week challenge. After taking Metamucil Psyllium Fiber for 2 weeks, you should feel lighter and more energetic by supporting your regularity. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Thursday headlines. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis yesterday launched his campaign for the Republican nomination for president. You called it, Ricky. His announcement adds his name to a growing list of challengers to former President Donald Trump. Now, that announcement was faced with criticism after an attempted follow-up audio chat with Twitter CEO Elon Musk that was filled with glitches and technical difficulties on Twitter's end. Now, still, DeSantis is currently considered to be the strongest of Trump's rivals for the 2024 nomination. In other news, a prisoner serving time for murdering 2 people has escaped from the Allen Oakwood Correctional Institute in Lima, Ohio. Prison officials say that Bradley Gillespie and another inmate were discovered to be missing on Tuesday morning. The second inmate, a convicted safecracker, was apprehended on Wednesday in Kentucky. Lastly, the legendary Tina Turner has died at the age of 83 following a long illness. After the news broke, social media was flooded with condolences and memories of the icon. We'll be talking more about her life and legacy throughout the show today. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Turn your mic on.
1, 2. There it is right there. Appreciate you, man. DePaul. The police conducted a welfare check on Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant following cryptic messages on his IG account. He posted and deleted the following messages. Love you, Ma. Love you, Pops. You the greatest, baby girl. And then he followed up those messages with bye. So the police arrived at his home, and he was fine. He was suspended from all team activities after a video of him holding a gun on social media. We're all aware of that story right there. So everybody was a little bit concerned and confused when they seen those messages pop up. Ja claims that the messages that he posted, the one that said bye, meant that he was taking a break from social media. So let's continue to keep our brother in prayer there. Game number 5 tonight, Eastern Conference Finals, Miami and Boston. The Heat are up 3-1. Can they close out the Celtics? We're going to find out. And Kyrie Irving has an update for all of his fans. We know he fell out with Nike back in 2022 after a controversial tweet. And here's what he wants to let everybody know.
Be on the lookout for some new updates and some new announcements coming soon. I'm really excited. I will be signing my new shoe deal very, very soon. I won't even call it a shoe deal. Like, I'm about to blow this stuff out the water, and I'm so excited about it.
There it is, man. That's my quick sports report presented by Rocket Mortgage. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, or both, Rocket offers custom solutions to help you get home. NMLS 3030, Equal Housing Lender. Maria, what's happening?
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes after the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Prosecutors in the Tory Lanez shooting trial have reportedly filed a new motion advocating for the rapper to receive a longer prison sentence. Oh, man. As previously reported, Lanez faces up to 22 years in prison already. He was convicted of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence in December for a July 2020 incident. Now, according to the legal affairs journalism Megan Cuniff, prosecutor alleged that Lanez demonstrated a high level of callousness when he fired toward Meg Thee Stallion. Additionally, the prosecutors reportedly alleged that the rapper did so without any justifiable provocation or reason. Due to this, prosecutors believe Lanez should receive an extended prison sentence. The statement from the filing said the victim was dressed in only a bikini, shoeless, and on foot in a neighborhood completely foreign to her. It was late at night. She was unarmed and completely defenseless. Tory Lanez posed a significant danger to everyone, witnesses and neighbors in the vicinity of the shooting. I agree with that. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
When I saw her outside of that car in that video,
barefoot,
oh my goodness. And then she was already scared. She didn't want to tell the police what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my goodness, I don't know what I would have did in that situation, because sometimes the police, you know how the police act, they might shoot you. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Moving on. Oh, this is so sad. We lost Tina Turner. Oh, she was like the best. She was the GOAT, in my opinion, as far as women performers. Like, to me, like Beyonce and everybody kind of like, they mimicked her. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Beyonce took to her website, y'all, to pay tribute to the legendary Tina Turner. She passed away at 83 after a prolonged illness. Beyonce wrote on Beyonce.com, "My beloved queen, I love you endlessly. I'm so grateful for your inspiration and all the ways you have paved. You are strength and resilience. You are the epitome of power and passion." He continued, "We are also fortunate to have witnessed your kindness and beautiful spirit that will forever remain. Thank you for all you have done." And then Angela Bassett, who played Tina Turner in the 1993 biopic What's Love Got to Do with It, took to social media as well to remember Tina. And she said, "How do we say farewell to a woman who owned her pain and trauma and used it as a means to help change the world? Through her courage in telling her story, her commitment to stay the course of life no matter the sacrifice, and her determination to carve out a space in rock and roll for herself and others who look like her, Tina Turner showed others who lived in fear of what beautiful, future-filled love with love and compassion and freedom should look like." She continued, "Her final words to me, for me, were, you never mimicked me. Instead, you reached deep into your soul and you found your inner Tina and showed her to the world. I shall hold these words close to my heart for the rest of my days, and I'm honored to have known Tina Turner. I'm humbled to have helped show the world Tina." Oh, man, that is so awesome. Anybody got anything to say about Tina Turner?
Man, I mean, she contributed, like you said, she was a prototype for many artists.
Yeah.
You see Tina Turner and so many people that still perform today.
Yep, and people always do tributes to her, even before she passed away. Mm-hmm. When they do Rolling on the River and they go, do, 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 do.
You talking about...
All right, y'all, we going to wrap up the hospital. Huh? All right, y'all, we going to wrap up the hospital on that note. But coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. What you gonna be talking about, Special K?
It's Unwelcome to Atlanta Part 2. They wasn't listening to Part 1, apparently, because they still coming.
Time now, y'all. It's 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about the time for Special K. Got news you positively absolutely cannot use. Special K, good morning.
Good morning. And let me tell y'all something, man. Here's what's going on. Here's what's happening. Apparently, they wasn't listening a couple of months ago when I did Unwelcome to Atlanta, trying to tell everybody in America, please, all y'all black people, stop moving to Atlanta. We are full, we are done, and you are not wanted here. So, let me try this again. Unwelcome to Atlanta Part 2.
Uh-oh.
I'm driving around downtown Atlanta yesterday, and I see no less than probably 15 to 20 more high-rise apartment complexes being built.
Ooh.
Now, what's that telling me? That's telling me it's about 20,000 more people not listening when I said stop coming to Atlanta looking for the life of your dreams. The glory days are over. This is not the land of dreams. This has become a city of nightmares. And when you're sitting downtown at a stoplight in downtown Atlanta and you see that dark cloud and hear that thunderous rumble coming up behind you, it's not a cloud of locusts. What it is, it's 115 Negroes on ATVs, dirt bikes, and three-wheelers driving as if traffic laws do not exist. Single ladies, how many times I got to tell y'all, the man that you want, he is here. But on any given night, he is with the man that he wants. The undercover life is thriving in Atlanta, where when you say DL, we ain't talking about Hughley. Now, not saying that there aren't straight men here, but the ones that are straight don't have their sugar honey iced tea together. And if they got anything going on, they already married and looking for a side chick. Now, if they in their 40s, they single and living with their auntie, their sister, their brother, their homeboy, a halfway house, a rehab center, a storage unit, but they ain't got no damn home to call their own. 35 years old, got 5 pairs of retro Jordans, 3 Gucci belts, a $70 fake diamond chain from the middle of the mall, but all his mail go where? To his mama house. Right. And they be the first ones trying to lay up with somebody unprotected, knowing damn well his entire net worth is on a $300 prepaid Walmart debit card with a credit score lower than his bowling average. And fellas, know that the pickings of the women ain't too much better here in Atlanta. Yeah, it ain't too much better for y'all. Yeah, they look good and they fine until you take off the hair, the eyelashes, the eyebrows, the lip gloss, the contour makeup, the concealer, the foundation, the waist trainer, the butt lift drawers, the push-up bra. Yeah, she looked like Beyonce when you met her in the club, and then you see her strip down and it looked like you done went to bed with Eddie Levert. See, these women in Atlanta be cute and fine. These women in Atlanta be cute and fine until you go out on a date with her and find out that raggedy-ass Nissan Altima she driving got a bad transmission, she need brakes, her tires slick, the air don't work, and the passenger side window don't go down. Yeah, and she told you she live alone. Okay, yeah, she living alone in the house that she got on Section 8 paying $12 a month. And the reason she alone because her kids stay with her mama. She bragging about all her kids got their own, though. Yeah, they got their own. They all got their own daddy, all 4 of them.
You are not welcome to
Get the hell on.
All right, y'all, give it up one time for Special K. Now, Morning Show coming up.
My name is Charlie.
Let's go.
Last name Wilson.
What's up, everyone? This is her.
Hey, this your boy Whiskey.
What up? This is Neo giving a shout out to Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Keep doing your thing, boy.
So we're going to start with words that end in A-N. You yell out a word, I'll write it down. Let's see how many we can get. Go!
Fan!
Fan! There's a good one. Man, that's another one.
Lesbian.
Words that end in A-N. Anyone, words ending in A-N.
Lesbian.
I heard pan. Good.
No, Faith said lesbian.
All right, no big deal. Faith said lesbian. Hold on. Good, we'll write that down. Just a word. Not a big deal, but we'll move on. We'll get some other ones.
What is a lesbian, sir?
What's your word? How do you... All right. If you liked another girl, that could be...
I like Olivia. Am I a lesbian?
Well, if you like Olivia, you could be, sure.
I like Olivia. I love Olivia. I like Olivia too. Am I a lesbian?
No, it doesn't work that way, Philip. You can never be a lesbian.
No fair. I want to be a lesbian. Me too.
We can all be lesbians. Okay, let's just move on. Let's try words that end in O-N.
Prostitution.
What did you say?
Prostitution. What is prostitution?
What is prostitution? Let's say prostitution is when you work in the street and you get paid.
I want to do prostitution.
No. All right. Moving on to words that end in R-E, but let me just have a second here to think if nothing, there can't be. So shout out words that end in R-E.
Crack whore.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only Swan 360 coming up next. You don't want to miss it, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. There's no secret that this economy is taking a toll on us, but I got some important news that could really help. So if you're facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt, you need to know that you may not be required to pay it all back. So there are special programs that can significantly reduce the amount that you will owe if you qualify. This isn't bankruptcy or high-interest debt consolidation loan. These are programs the credit card companies don't want you to know about. Ones that offer Americans struggling with overwhelming credit card debt savings and real debt relief faster than thought possible. Accredited Debt Relief has a special hotline to learn all about these programs and what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualified consumers with over $1 billion in debt and have an A-plus rating with the BBB. So call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now for this free information. That's 800-333-0606, 800-333-0606, 800-333-0606. All right, y'all, Rick Smiley Morning Show. Listen, man, we got the one and only Twan the Don from Fix It Jesus here with us today. Filling in for Gary with the T. Twan, good morning.
Ricky, good morning. How are you? This is what's happening today in celebrity news. So, Boosie recently, he hopped on IG Live and captured his stop over to McDonald's for breakfast. He requested 4 strawberry jellies, and not only did they allegedly mess up his order, but the employee only gave him 2 of the 4 jellies he had asked for. Take a listen to this.
Hey, I get some strawberry jelly, about 4 of them. Some ketchup and some syrup.
It's fine.
I give the jelly.
That's in the bag.
Damn, you stingy with the jelly. People they act like they're fucking jelly. Not get no raise to get no jelly. 2 packs. I should go back. It is not your jelly. You ain't gonna get no raise for not giving no jelly.
I feel him on that one. We need more than 2 packs of jelly.
Come on, man.
So earlier in the show, y'all, we talked about the legendary rock and soul icon Tina Turner passing away, and there was an outpouring of condolences and love from social media.
Man, Tina Turner, it's still so hard to believe that she is gone. As the shock grows, so does the love. Her musical peer and good friend, Shaka Khan, she broke her silence saying that Tina Turner had an album titled Break Every Rule, and that summed up her life and career. She went on to say that Tina Turner never let any rules or labels stop her, and she says that although she may have left this place, her spirit and her voice will always be immortal. And of course, Angela Bassett, Brad, you talked about her last hour, but it's very ironic that she caught up with E.T. and she talked about how she benefited from Tina Turner's life. Take a listen to this.
You know, for me, Tina, I've just benefited from the telling of her story. You know, as a young black girl, just as she, from a small town in the South, who had dreams, who had big dreams, had never seen it done. And to not have someone who goes before and brings you along, but with grit and resilience and a gift, you know, you break through. And that's what she did. So in so many ways, I humbly see how my life has mirrored hers. And for it to have been, you know, connected as it was in the making of her story in the movie, she will always be in my heart, reside in my heart, and, you know, as family.
And there you have it.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I got a quick question though. Brad, did you know Tina Turner? You ever met Tina Turner? Had a relationship with her?
No, I never got the chance to meet her, but I do think she is the GOAT. You know, like the white people, they have like Cher. I think Tina Turner is our Cher, like our icon of black female performers.
Wow. All right, Twan, appreciate that. Twan the Don, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hit me on all of my social outlets at Twan the Don. I'm just here to report the news. I don't want no smoke with nobody.
All right, y'all give it up for Twan the Don. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
I know good talent when I hear it. And you boys got it. I mean, you boys got it.
Guess Lord, it's Anderson .Paak.
And this is Bruno Mars. We are Silk Sonic.
Yeah. And you're checking out the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Turn it up.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hey, good morning. My name is Miss Mel calling from the Nasty Natty. I just want to give a wake-up shout to my husband, Curtis Jones, the Felt family, the Palmore family, the Childs family, and the Harris family. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Stacey Brown from Jacksonville, Florida. I would like to wake up my special friend, Badero Bird. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yes, boy, Jig Booty coming out of Texarkana, Texas. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
You got to get on up, and you can't sit down. This is Marisa, your Flintstone extraordinaire, and I'm calling to wake up Deanna, Miss Les, Lily, Wendy. So we are going to Miami today. Wake up, wake up. Let's make it.
Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee, said, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. And Albany, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Appreciate that. Bringing it tat, man. It's 24 minutes after the top of the hour. We got Jeff Johnson in the studio, and he's about to unleash his thoughts on all of us, man. That's next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Unfiltered, unapologetic. It's just real talk. Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
28 minutes after the top of the hour, we got Jeff Johnson, our brother, in the studio. So you about to get ready to unleash your thoughts, huh, brother?
Yeah, man, listen. It is today the 3rd anniversary of the death of the murder of George Floyd. And there are a lot of things that we could talk about, but one of the things that I think is most important is, and we'll talk about a little bit of this during Three Things, but what I want to talk about right now is how are we going to navigate through the reality of how many corporations made commitments to our community, whether they were commitments to social justice or commitments to building infrastructure or commitments to supporting different levels of reform. And there was a report done that said probably only 4% of those commitments that were made were actually delivered on. The horror of that is that so many of the commitments were nonsensical anyway. You had corporate CEOs and corporate communications departments scrambling to come up with something that they thought was just enough for people to leave them alone. The commitments weren't necessarily connected to the values of the company. They weren't connected to where the core demographic, who are their consumers, are. They weren't really committed to how do we invest in more people of color being talent in those companies. They literally were, how do we write checks? We don't have any level of accountability. We don't have any metrics for what success looks like for how the money is used. We don't have any real vision for that. Just how do we make sure that Black Lives Matter doesn't protest me? How do I make sure that there's nobody in front of our offices? How do we make sure that Black Twitter's not blowing us up? And it really was a shame because it didn't give activists the real things that they needed. You didn't see activists getting support mechanisms, legal support, technical support, growing an activist community. You just threw money at folks and then complained in some cases about how the money was used or not used when most of it didn't hit the street. And so as we think about this whole notion of diversity and inclusion, I hope we as a community use this as a moment to stop begging, positioning ourselves as the recipients of charity versus how do we do business with people. We have too much leverage with our spending dollar. We have too much talent. We have too much value to be the target of philanthropy when most of us, whether it's small business owners or whether it's corporate folks or whether it's activists or whether it's community leaders, want to actually do business and bring value to our communities versus take somebody's charity and then be told you didn't do something right with the money. So on this 3rd anniversary of George Floyd, there's a lot that we talk about, but part of what we really need to do is how we change our relationship with business.
That's good stuff, Jeff. And Jeff, you're going to be on with us all morning, right?
I ain't going nowhere.
Absolutely, man. We got the one and only Jeff
Johnson. I got to talk about the commitment you made to me that you ain't paid me. I ain't seen no money. I'm coming on all the time for free. Man, my George Floyd, I want my George Floyd commitment money, Rick.
Get him, Jeff.
Where's it at,
Jeff,
man?
we got you. I gave you some money. You went and bought 2 of them Randall Wolfen suits from Zara.
You wearing it right now, dog.
Size 30 in the waist.
I am right now.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
It's cool.
That was me. I'm breathing hard, son.
Why you breathing hard, Black Tony?
My bad, cuz I done had a long night, son.
You not coming to work?
I don't even know if I share it with you, Shotty, please.
You not coming to work?
Don't put this on the radio. No, I don't think you want me the other day, cuz. I don't think you want me the other day, Shotty. Real talk.
Okay, why wouldn't I want you here?
Man, Shotty, we messing around playing card in my grandma out of town. She had in Biloxi. So I had folks over at the house playing cards last night, and me and Peggy had a contest. I don't know what we were thinking about. So we had a contest. We said who could eat the most who could eat the most deviled egg and drink milk. Oh
wow!
I don't talk what. So I ain't gonna lie.
What was y'all playing for? What was y'all playing for?
We were playing for $100. See who could eat the most
deviled eggs and chase it down with some milk.
Hold up.
Oh man, is that you? Is that you or that pancake?
Yeah, that's me. I messed up. I done messed up 3 pair of drawers, sir.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
I done messed up 3 pair of drawers. I ain't gonna lie.
You messed up 3 what?
3 pair of drawers.
What did he say, Rock? He messed up 3 pair of drawers.
I went through 3 pair of drawers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went on to eat the yellow part too? You didn't just eat the egg whites?
Yeah.
Shout out, I ate 27 deviled eggs and drunk a quart of milk.
Hey, deviled eggs and milk, boy, that's another version of a laxative right there.
Yeah,
man.
you gonna explode.
I feel like I'm losing weight, shout it.
You need to go hang your intestines on the clothesline.
I'm about to call you. I'll be here tomorrow, son. I promise.
All right, dog. Go and get your stomach right, man. Yeah, don't come in today because
I got the bubble good.
You sound like Gary, except for Gary Forrest be like, ooh. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. Sitting in for Gary, who has the tea in the cooler today. We got the one and only Twan the Don giving us the tea party because Gary has the day off to go buy some more ugly clothes. Twan, good morning.
Ricky, good morning. This is what's happening. Love and Hip Hop's very own Mama D. She is setting the record straight once again after her estranged daughter-in-law, Bambi, allegedly claims no one knew her son, Lil Scrappy, until she married him. Take a listen to this.
Yeah, to say that no one knew him before she met him. And I found out she been trying to get on Love and Hip Hop for years. The jacuzzi, sleeping with this guy, sleeping with that one, trying to get in. And I don't know why my son bit the forbidden fruit, but oh well, he did. Come to find out, honey, after that jacuzzi thing, the people that cleaned up the room the next morning had some in Benzino condom. Apparently he didn't flush it, threw it in the trash. Yep, I guess Bambi did the walk of shame. Lord have mercy. It's a lot I know. I just been holding back. I tell you now, you better behave.
Yeah, you gotta love Mama D.
She won all the smoke.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute. Now, okay, I don't want to get that's a little too graphic because people trying to eat their breakfast sandwich, but we don't.
But how you gonna?
So Twan, what is the beef between Mama D and Scrappy baby mama?
Well, it all boils down to her not letting her see the kids, but Mama D just be wanting to smoke. She's gonna guard the palace any way that she can. Just being honest. In other news, this is what's happening. Kiara Shear Kelly, gospel singer, her and her husband Jordan, they recently revealed that they're expecting their first child together after suffering 2 miscarriages. Now, Ricky, the couple broke the news overnight that they are expecting a baby girl in the months to come as Kiara shares her thoughts on their marriage. Take a listen to this.
Married life is good. It's so good. It's beautiful. There are some suburban and ghetto days. We've been having more suburban days than ghetto, but it's been beautiful.
She said she is excited and the legacy will continue. So congratulations to Kiara and Jordan on their baby girl.
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing, Mike.
Happy for her. All right, Twan Dawn, how can everybody follow you, man? Appreciate that.
Yes, indeed. Hit me on all my social outlets at Twan the Don. Ricky, I'm just here to report the news. I don't be wanting no smoke with nobody.
Twan the
All
Don.
right, y'all, Morning Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
So, a teacher on TikTok who goes by Mr. Moore started trending after talking to his students about things that today's kids will never know. Here are a few that he had.
Hey, see, some of y'all problem is you don't know what it's like to not be included in somebody's top friends list on MySpace, and it shows. No, see, all of y'all problem is you don't know what it's like to download a CD on LimeWire and hope that something inappropriate don't get burned to the CD. On top of that, some of y'all's problem is you don't know what it's like to be home before the street lights come on. Hey, and some of y'all don't know what it's like to dial 281-330-8004 and hoping Mike Jones answers. Some of y'all's problem is your mama never called home and said, take the chicken out the freezer before she get home from work.
Oh yeah, that's real talk. And I can go back further than that. All right, so today's kids will never know what, Rock T?
Today's kids will never know what it's like to dial on a rotary telephone.
Boy, come on. Boy, come on. I'm talking about especially where they got a lot of nines and zeros in there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy, that's a long dial process. Yes, sir. And then they did come out with that phone on the kitchen wall with that long-ass cord that could go next door.
Yeah, dog.
Yes, sir. Today's kids will never know, Gary.
They would know what it's like to hell writing cursing.
Right.
They don't even write cursing no more.
Are you serious?
Nope.
Yep, they don't. Not in school.
That's
or
true.
nothing.
Yeah.
Whoever knew that? Today's kids would never know, Brett.
How to make a bed right, because when you do it, you got to fold the bottom under, and then you got to lift them two sides up, and then tuck it under, and then fold it, and then tuck the sides under. They don't know what to do.
That was gospel. That was, you know, I take making beds. Say one more time, Brett, for the people in the back.
Yes, when you make the bed, the bottom part of the bed, where you gotta fold the bottom part under, then you gotta lift the two sides up and then tuck that, and then once you get it all right and tuck good, you gotta fold them sides down and then tuck it so it's neatly underneath and folded properly.
Yeah. Now, how do you do the pillows, Brett?
Oh man, when you put the pillows in there, you stuff them in there real good. You shake it to the bottom, and then you got to stick your hand in the end, and then you stick both hands in, and then you spread them out to the edge till your hands stop, and you make sure it's folded down in there, and then you put the pillow up.
And what about the throw pillows?
You got to fluff them bad boys up, and the new thing to do now, you just do a karate chop in the middle of it, and that make it real cute.
Oh, right.
Broke that thing down.
All right, today's kids would never know what, Maria?
Wrapping your textbooks with brown paper bags. I don't know if everyone else did that, but we actually had physical textbooks, and we used to have to wrap them with brown paper bags. But now students, they don't even have, everything's digital. My daughter, no books. Everything on the
Ain't
bag.
got to carry nothing.
All right, today's kids would never know what, Special K?
Sitting next to the radio with a tape recorder waiting for your favorite song to come on.
I swear.
Okay.
So you can record your song off the radio and try to cut it off before the DJ start talking at the
Boy, look at here, boy.
Isn't that beautiful?
Boy, I'm talking about like really, really waiting on Slick Rick to come on, boy.
Come on, dog.
Boy, what? With a hip hop, the hip, the hop, you don't stop the rocking.
And you got to push play and record.
Yes, sir. You mash it together.
Together.
Together. Yes, sir, boy. All right, so for today's Fill in the Blank Friday, we want you to answer this. Today's kids will never know about just plain old get your ass outside and play, whatever, period. You ain't finna sit in the house, nothing. Yes. My grandson, no, go outside. Put that, don't bring it. My grandson, my grandson not allowed to bring that damn tablet downstairs. You don't have to have that damn tablet while you eating. Like that damn tablet. You got it upstairs. Now you bringing the tablet downstairs. Then you got to have the tablet at your like a damn pacifier. You 6 years old. Leave that damn tablet upstairs and come down here and eat and sit at the table and talk to me. Yes. Let's have a conversation or let's watch TV to get like, listen, I don't pacify these kids. Today's kids will never know. Let's go to the phones. 8669 Ricky, let's go.
Today's kids will never know the feeling of having to tell your parent that you got a virus on the computer due to LimeWire or FrostWire.
Nothing about respect and morals. And not only that, good music. No disrespect, but all that Lil Baby, Migos, and all that, it all sound the same. Ain't nothing different about what they got going on now.
They'll never know what it's like to have to wait their turn to use the telephone, or while they're using it, they grandma pick it up and interrupt. Today, the kids will never know what a good ass whooping feels like.
What it's like to sit by the phone all day for a phone call because you can't take it with you.
What it is to get a prize out the cereal box.
You never know what it's like to slow dance on the floor. They don't do that no more. They wouldn't know what it's like to bump and grind.
Today's kids will never know that hip-hop was the best back then and the brat was the best. They'll never understand. I love you, Brad.
Pimpin'.
Oh, man. Boy, listen. Gary, when you on the phone talking to your grandma said, come get these drawers out the sink and bring that roach spray with you.
Oh, right.
You'd be like, what?
Yes, but you wasn't embarrassed. You didn't know no better. Hell, you just thought that was normal.
Come get these drawers out the sink and bring that roach spray with you.
Today's kids will never know what a busy signal's like on the phone. Remember that?
Well, what you know about getting the line interrupted when you know your girl talking to another dude?
Oh, yes.
You call the operator.
You call the operator to interrupt the line, and then she answers on talking about what?
That sounded personal.
Oh, okay.
What?
Like
you don't know nothing about that, man. It did. Let that damn line be busy. I know y'all got called away, but don't put me on no busy signal or whatever. I'm going to call the operator, and it's like $2.30 be on your grandma's phone bill, okay? So, shoot, yes, sir. I did what I had to do. I need to talk to her girl. I'm not going to wait while you left on the phone with some other dude all night. So, what?
Did you get her back, dog?
Did you get her back?
Hey, one night, I did get her back, but one night she had stepped out on me, and I had pulled up like 5 houses in front of her house, and I had my mirror set to the mailbox where I used to drop her off at. Oh, God. And then when dropped off, I bagged up. I said, I need to talk to you. And she said, I was at UAB studying with my friends. When she walked off, the back of her hair was mashed down.
Busted.
That was the day of the mash down, honey.
I'm talking about Maria. The back of her hair was mashed down so bad you could see the little bald spot like them babies that don't get picked up much.
No. That's just terrible.
And that just gave it all away.
Yes, honey.
And she trying to walk cute.
Yeah, she's trying to walk cute and straighten up pants and stuff like that. But you can see the back of her hair is clearly mashed down to the point where it's a bald spot there, like them little babies at church.
They little heads be bobbling.
Yes,
Cradle cap.
They be little bobble little heads. Because they necks ain't strong yet.
Exactly. His little head is a bobbling, honey.
Fix it, Jesus.
Oh,
I love little baby bobble heads with no hair in the back.
Like he just woke up, baby.
They got little curlies on top.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, so happy to be here this morning, y'all. 13 before the top of the hour. It is Thursday, and Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Talked about it a little
Let's
bit.
get that mic. There you go.
We talked about it a little bit earlier. Today is the 3rd anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. 46-year-old man who died after former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin drove his knee into his neck for over 9 minutes until his body became limp. And it seems like to me almost longer than 3 years ago. But it literally, in the face of a pandemic, it changed America. But did it? And so, there was a huge call again for police reform at that time. And we haven't really seen a national real move of police reform that is stopping police brutality. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But I'm just curious to y'all, like, what do you remember most about that moment? Because there were protests, there were, as we talked about, there were corporations that started to move. We started to talk about diversity a little bit differently. But what do you remember most about that moment? No, Rick, go ahead.
Mainly how intense it was, and it was just a terrible time. And it seemed like that brought the country to its knees, so to speak. Everybody was talking about it, and the video was out there, and how racist Derek Chauvin's face just like I lost a lot of sleep over that, Jeff.
Yeah, you know what's crazy to me? What is most jarring to me? It was the first time I remember white people feeling like they had to listen to black people.
Oh man!
Like it was like this mass, almost like cloud over white people's lives. Like, damn it, I got to listen to what they have to say. I got to listen to what is actually happening in this country, and it was happening in public spaces, in private spaces, in corporate spaces. And in my 50 years of living, I never seen anything like that before. So that was that was the most profound thing. And I think we continue to see it in some ways. I mean, at least as I think about some of the clients I have, I see corporations trying to create spaces to have conversations that they never had before. But I still am not sure what it translates to you. What about you, T?
I mean, when you listen to the people that was behind the video talking to the officers saying, listen, he's can't breathe. Mm-hmm. You know, can you at least just sit him up? It's okay. He's not resisting anymore. And for Officer Chauvin just to kind of keep putting more pressure on his neck, that was the toughest part. Because, like, come on, man, just okay. There was no kind of compromise.
And what's crazy is it's like not often do you see on camera someone being so inhumane to somebody else.
Right.
Like just not caring about his humanity, like not caring about this is a living human being, especially one who had never really proven to be a threat.
Right.
Like it's different, right? If there was a tussle or he pulled a gun off him or he had attacked him in some way, shape, or form, and so his energy in that moment was reflective of that. But there was none of that.
None.
And he didn't give a damn.
At all.
That was tough, man.
Yeah.
Even sitting here, even you talking about it right now.
Yeah.
And now all of it is replaying in all of our heads, man. It's tough.
And to have a baby that had to watch that
Oh,
and had to see their father be killed in that way.
And then your kids ask you why.
Yep.
And you have to explain it.
Yeah.
Without them going out into the world hating police officers.
Man. And that's a whole other
dog.
thing. And so, Biden, President Biden talked about it in a letter that he sent out. But I just don't know. I mean, I think that the Justice Department, the Department of Justice needs to be a little bit more aggressive in using the dissent decree as a tool to push reform. They still have not, even in Minneapolis, gone through the entire investigation that's going to decide what's next by way of reform. So this stuff takes way too long for the amount of times it continues to happen over and over again. And so hit me on IG at Jeff's Nation. Let me know what you think. What you most learned from the George Floyd situation. What do you want to see that you haven't seen? And what are some of the good things that you think came out of it? I think that there are companies that are operating differently as a result of George Floyd. And whether they continue to or not is something else. But it has been a step in the right direction.
Man, hey, Jeff, appreciate that. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG, y'all. Appreciate you. Glad to be with you this Thursday. Check y'all next week.
Happy to have you, Jeff. Y'all, songs that'll stay in your head all day. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus.
Twan 360.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time for this episode of Fix It Jesus with the one and only Twan 360. What up, Twan?
Ricky, good morning. In today's Fix It Jesus, one church announcer provided 10 quick points for women on how to love men properly. Take a listen to this.
Love the Lord with your whole heart. Love, respect, and appreciate your husband. Never be argumentative with him publicly. Have a little mouth and a deep throat. Learn to swallow pride. Honor your husbands as the priest of your home. You should be his greatest supporter.
Yes. Teach, thou great orator. Teach. Teach.
I'm with that. You know what? Good words.
Say Okay, what? Run that back, Hit that. Y'all didn't listen.
Love the
Listen
Lord
up.
with your whole heart.
Uh-huh.
Love, respect, and appreciate your husband. Never be argumentative with him publicly.
Right.
Well.
Have a little mouth and a deep throat.
That's it.
Learn
That's
to
it.
swallow
That's it. Stop it. You can stop it right there.
Come on,
You can stop it right there. Anybody want to see that video? 1-360. Let them know how you can be reached.
Go to my Instagram,
That's right.
You can tell she stay on her knees.
Got a big heart and a deep throat.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
All right.
In prayer.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, man, hey, y'all need to get ready for the Birthday Beach Blowout August the 11th through the 14th at the Hilton Daytona Beach Resort in Daytona Beach, Florida, man. It is almost sold out. We got a few rooms left, man. So listen, it's going to be like a 3-day getaway, and we got a welcome reception, a big comedy show. When we start announcing these comedians that's coming and the celebrities that's coming or whatever, you're going to wish that you were there. Do not miss out. Big pool party, rock tea. John Lyon going to be mixing all night, kind of like a dusk to dawn party, because I know we did it last year. The party didn't stop till like 4 a.m. And it's crazy because people just jump right back up and party like ain't nothing happened. Nobody gets sleepy, so this is kind of like a no-sleep weekend. Gospel brunch on Sunday, special guests, and more. The Rickey Smiley Birthday Beach Vlog is going to be here before you know it, and we are almost at capacity. Rock teasing to RickySmileyBBB.com and reserve your spot today. Tell them about the party last year.
Man, let me tell you something, man. The party was so lit last year, and we still look. It's like midnight, right? And we're trying to wind everybody down so they can get ready for the next day and all the festivity. But Jawline Sound had us dancing all night long. Man, we went so late. It was bananas. Like you can't even explain how much fun the karaoke, everything about it, man. If you ain't got your tickets, get your tickets, book your stuff, get your reservations, and be there because it's going to be bananas.
Maria, you danced all last year.
Oh my gosh. And, I'm going to be teaching a dance fitness class. So everybody that has ever wanted to work out with me and have a good time and party, there's some good music and sweat. I'm excited about that and just connecting and celebrating you, Ricky, celebrating your birthday.
Come on now.
A lot of folks hitting me up on social media. So excited about it.
I heard there was going to be an auction. I heard there was going to be an auction, Rick.
We'll be for what?
I thought you was trying to date a woman over 80. They going to be bidding
Another
for
one?
you.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I got a little old school in my life that drive a Buick LeSabre, Jeff. So
All right.
got that
Ricky.
Bible in the back window with that Bible turned on Psalm 37. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, for they soon shall be cut off. Doggone bet you, man. Them greens be on point too. Hey. All right, y'all. The Rickey Smiley Birthday Beach Blowout is gonna be here before you know it. So listen, man. Go to Rickey Smiley BBB.com. That's Rickey Smiley BBB.com and reserve your spot today. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. Got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Thursday headlines. A K-8 school in Florida has restricted Amanda Gorman's poem, The Hill We Climb, which she read aloud at the 2021 inauguration of President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. We remember how moving that poem was. It was among one of 4 works of the Miami-Dade School District's decision. They reviewed the poem and deemed it inappropriate for younger pupils. Now, Amanda Gorman, who is black, responded to the news saying that she was gutted by the decision.
Why? Why did they do that?
Now, I have no idea. You know what's going on in Florida? Ron DeSantis announcing he's running for president.
Because
everything is lining up.
They're trying to say it made a reference to black something.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's just awful. In other news, the Surgeon General of the United States has warned that social media sites like Facebook and TikTok may pose a profound risk of harm to adolescent mental health. Dr. Vivek Murthy urged families to set limits on the amount of time their children spend on social media. He also recommended that parents keep meal times and family gatherings device-free and set rules for social media, including keeping personal information private. Lastly, and I think this has affected us all, a number number of state attorney generals have filed suit against telecommunications companies that they accuse of illegally making about 7.5 billion robocalls to millions of Americans who had signed the Do Not Call registry. Many of those calls allegedly were scams that appeared to come from a legitimate source. Avid Telecom, the company being sued, assists marketers in making mass robocalls. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Well, the police conducted a welfare check on Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant following the cryptic messages on his Instagram account. He posted and deleted the following messages. Love you, Ma. Love you, Pops. You the greatest, baby girl. He then followed these with a post that simply said, bye. Now, the police arrived at his home, and he was fine. Ja pretty much claims that the messages relating to bye was just he was taking a break from social media. So, we're going to continue to get, follow Ja, because I just don't think that his mindset is all the way where it needs to be right now. Nope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's one thing to make bonehead decisions and foolish choices, but is this something like, even in the playoffs before he got eliminated, when he was doing his post-game interviews, he wasn't all the way there. That was just me.
Right.
It just didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little concerned about Ja. Real quick, Game 5 is tonight. Eastern Conference Finals, Miami versus Boston. Can Boston stay alive to force a Game 6, or will the Heat close them out? It's going to be good. I'm going to be there watching every second of it. It's all good. That's my quick sports report. Brad got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is time for the hot spot. The Brad, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. British Williams, a cast member of the TV show Basketball Wives, pleaded guilty Wednesday to 15 felonies, y'all, including pandemic fraud schemes. The fraud she pleaded guilty to the amount is $446,000 in stolen funds. The U.S. Attorney's Office said Williams admitted underreporting her income on recent tax returns and falsely claiming a niece and nephew as dependents, and she also used other people's social security numbers to open accounts with credit card companies and banks. She also used those numbers to deposit checks totaling more than $23,000 from other people's accounts, and she withdrew money. There were 3 pandemic frauds and insurance frauds that included Williams' guilty plea. She submitted 9 applications for disaster loans aimed at helping people's businesses during the pandemic, 4 applications for a paycheck protection program, and 1 application for rent relief program in California. The police says she used $144,000 in government loans for her personal lifestyle. She will be sentenced on August 23rd, and she faces up to 30 years in prison for bank fraud charges, 20 years for the wire fraud charges, and she also faces up to $3.25 million in fines.
Oh, my goodness.
That is crazy.
And she wanted a reality show star?
Yeah, on Basketball Wives.
Who was she married to?
I don't even know who she was married to.
There's a whole lot of people in Atlanta right now,
right.
coming from me.
Come on now.
Because that was a whole side hustle.
Ain't that a whole lot? Oh my goodness! I watch her on Basketball Wives, and you just don't try to live the lifestyle, y'all, if you can't afford it. Just figure it out. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Yeah, I hate that.
I think this girl got a kid and everything. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ooh, that's bad. All right, last but not least, y'all, reports are running that Evelyn Lozada is gearing up to make her return to the reality series Basketball Wives. So according to the Jasmine brand, as of now, it's unclear how the current cast feels about her reported comeback. However, she'll more than likely be welcomed with open arms. By season 10, Basketball Wives star Brooke Bailey as a pair of friends were spotted recently spending time together. And despite being a fan favorite, Evelyn Lozada announced she wasn't returning to the series in 2021. She said, "I'm no longer going to do Basketball Wives. I think that it's time for me to open up to the universe to do other things." But since her retirement, some people are in their feelings about her being able to return back to the show. You said you agree, Ricky?
Yeah, because, when you get older and stuff and the kind of content that show produce or whatever, I just don't think it's good for her. I would like to see her do things. She's beautiful. She's talented. She's, I just think she. And then she went on. Ayanna Van Zant, Fix My Life. It seemed like she was trying to get away from that toxic type of environment and toxic kind of behavior that goes on with all of that. So, she made a name for herself. And she also did Queen's Court
and got engaged, I think.
Yep.
Right. I just want to see her. See her do something. If I was, I wouldn't go back to that. I wouldn't, because it's just not, all money ain't good money. That's just my opinion.
That's true, but maybe she can come back and set an example how she's maturing and stuff and not doing those
somebody
same
hit
things.
her. You trying to set an example, then somebody throw a glass of wine on you. Because if it's not her, somebody, they're going to do something to her to set her off. Because it's in you. If it's in you, it's just in you. But you got to put yourself in an environment that, people don't bring that side out of you. We don't want to see that.
Right. Right. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got the praise mix down. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.